Hello out there to all my friends. This is your host once again, PCJ, the Pop Culture Junkie, and I'm sharing with you my latest Funko Pop haul. And actually, this is my very first Funko Pop haul of 2019. So, yay! We are here celebrating the year of 2019. We just started. What is today? The 3rd, right? Today's the 3rd of January. So this is my first Funko Pop haul to share with you. And it's a great one. It took me a little bit to find a couple of these figures because, once again, not every store has the entire series. Sometimes they get 2 or 3 at a time. It took me a little bit of hunting to find a couple of these figures. This is the newest series of a series of pops that's already been released. So, meaning there's been other figures in the line before, but this is the latest series of them. And just like the last Funko Pop haul we did, which was the newest South Park series one, there is one particular pop that I don't have because it is a exclusive one that is only available in a mystery box. We'll get to that. So today we're checking out the latest Lord of the Rings Funko Pops. Now, Lord of the Rings, I didn't discover until way later. I remember seeing the video of the animated version of it, long ago at video stores, but I never got into it. And a friend of mine that I worked with at Blockbuster back in the day, he and another coworker were like super into this. They read the books, they knew the stories, everything. My friend went to go see it in the theater, and the next day at work, he's telling myself and another guy we worked with, just like, oh my gosh, guys, this was amazing. This movie was incredible. You got to go see it. We got to watch it. And I'm like, oh, come on. I mean, tell me a little bit about the story first. And he tells me, and I'm like, man, that just sounds like Star Wars. And I'm a Star Wars guy. And I was like, no, man, that's like, it sounds like, they just ripped off, who's this Peter Jackson guy? Oh, he just ripped off George Lucas. I was like not into it at all. I was like, oh, this isn't going to be good. And he's like, no, trust me, you got to watch it. I'm like, well, how long is it? He's like, it's almost 3 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, this is going to be hard. He's like, no, you're going to love it. And the three of us went to go see it. I think we went after work one night. I don't know how, because I guess we went to like a midnight showing or 11 o'clock or something. We watched the movie, and I was blown away. I was like, wow, this is a great movie. And I loved it. And I went to the midnight showings for both Two Towers and Return of the King. And yeah, I love the movies. The Hobbit movie, I did not care for. I have not been able to get through the very first Hobbit film. I've tried several times. I own a copy of it on DVD, and I've been trying to watch it several times. I just cannot get through it. Why? I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. And I've heard good things about the sequels, the other two, because really they just took the Hobbit book and chopped it into 3 movies, but I cannot get past that first movie. I don't know why. And I don't want to start the other 2 because I know I'll be lost. I'm not going to have a clue what's going on. So share with me if you out there as well have the same dislike for The Hobbit as I did. Because not that I just hated it, I just couldn't get through it. I don't know why. So anyways, we're checking out the newest series of Funko Pops on the Lord of the Rings, and these are basically, for the most part, from the Fellowship of the Ring. Let me show you which ones we have. So we got the whole series here. So starting off, we got number 628. We have Legolas. Okay, of course, the elf, part of the Fellowship, the 9. Okay, and I'll show you on the back here the full series, so you can see all the figures available. So you got Legolas, Gimli, Boromir, Galadriel, Witch King, and the Harrow King. So that's the ones we're going to be taking a look at today. So here's Legolas, okay, complete with his bow and arrow, quiver, whatever you want to say, call it. All right, so 628 is Legolas. 629 is Gimli, the dwarf. And of course, I don't know how it compares to in the movie to the books, because I never read the books. I know there's elements of the book that are missing in the movies, of course, because they got to condense somehow. I think if they made a full-length version of each book, it would probably be, like 5 hours long? I don't know. Because, yeah, I've talked to friends of mine that are really into the Lord of the Rings books and then compared the movie. And I'll ask them, like, hey, so tell me what was missing in the movie, what was different. And if you don't know this by now, just, go see the movies real quick. But basically, like, the time frame for the movies, it really seemed like everything happened within about a month. And apparently the books take place over years. Like, the very beginning, if you've seen the Lord of the Rings movies, okay, very beginning where Gandalf tells Frodo, hey, guard the ring, or just keep it in this envelope and just, stash it somewhere. I got to go check on some stuff. And he goes, like, to some, wizard library of some sort to find out the history of this thing. seems like he was gone like, a few days. He comes back. In actuality, I think he was gone for like 10 years, something like that is what my friends were telling me long ago. So yeah, the time on these movies is insane compared to the time frame that's actually in the books. So that was really funny. But Gimli, very funny character on the movie. I liked him a lot. I liked the actor that plays him. So one of my favorite parts, like most people though, was the little comedy, because you got serious parts throughout the movie with the action, the suspense, whether or not they're going to complete the mission of destroying the ring and destroying the evil bad guys, all that stuff. Anyways, love the comedy between Gimli and Legolas, especially when they're, just slaughtering orcs and orcai, and they're, comparing how many they've killed. Like, I've got 22, I've got 18, haha, whatever. All right, next up, we got number 630, and it is one of my favorite characters of the film, Boromir, of course. All three of these, of course, are part of the Fellowship of the Nine. The very beginning of the movie, or the very first movie, they all meet up to decide, you know what, we're going to all go and help Frodo, complete this mission of getting rid of the ring. So Boromir is one of my favorite characters because it's played by Sean Bean, and Sean Bean is one of my favorite actors. Just unfortunately, the guy just gets a bad rep, I guess, because he never survives a movie or a show. So spoiler alert, in case you're going to watch a movie with Sean Bean in it, good chance he's not making it out of the movie, or he's going to be there at the end of the credits. So yeah, loved his character, and I really wish Boromir could have been, at least into the Two Towers. That would have been really cool to see his character make it to Helm's Deep and be part of the whole, the Two Towers battle. That would have been really awesome. So Boromir, of course, is part of the Nine that, are supposed to help Frodo take the ring, and he's easily, seduced by the ring. He's trying to steal the ring a couple times. At the end of the movie, he's trying to steal it, but then he basically redeems himself and, sacrifices himself to protect Sam and Frodo. And yeah, I really like Boromir. One of my favorite characters. Okay, next up we have number 631, and this is, I'm going to say it wrong, Galadriel. Hope I'm saying her name right. Okay, so this character appears after they've gone through the mines, and Gandalf chases after the fire demon. I forget the name of the character. Anyways, they happen upon Galadriel, and she pours that little thing. She's got the little vase of water or something like that. She pours it into or pitcher of water. She pours it into the little thing that Frodo sees, kind of like what might be the future, and that's where he gets the, what is it? He gets a little like jewel thing that's supposed to light up. He uses that later when he meets the spider, the giant spider in the third movie. Next we have number 632, and this is one of the ones I was really hoping to find, and I finally found it. And that's the Witch King. Okay, now this character is basically one of the ones that chases after Frodo and Pippin and Merry and Sam whenever they're first trying to get to the inn to meet Gandalf. And they're chasing after them on horseback. They're basically like, they're the dead men that had the rings at the very beginning. I'm probably explaining this really horribly, and some people might be like clawing their heads going like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so Witch King, you can see kind of inside the box here. It is a he. There's a sword right here. So I'll just show you on the back or on the side here. That's the sword there, which it's, fighting Aragorn. There we go. Gotta get these names right. So yeah, one of the basically undead characters that's chasing after the boys and trying to get the ring. So yeah, these are the one of the characters. So I guess they could have released different ones, like maybe all 5 different versions and so forth. But that was cool to see the Witch King as a Funko Pop. All right, so we go from 632 to 633, and we have the Harrow King. This one here is in Return of the King, right? Because this is one of the undead ghosts that they go into that cave. Legolas, Gimli, and Aragorn, they go in, and that's where they find their ghost team up. So of course by the third movie they're way outnumbered. The Sauron has way too many forces, and they're coming at them, and so they need backup somehow. They've already had backup from the elves and other men and so forth, and they go to basically Ghost to help them out. And it's a really awesome moment in the movie where you see Aragorn show up on the ghost ship, and you're like, oh my gosh, we have a shot at winning now. And yeah, so this is the Harrow King, and looks pretty cool. It's got the cool little effect on the beard there. No, not really an effect, but just the type of plastic or the color on it there. Do you think they could have done like a glow-in-the-dark feature on here? That would have been a good addition to it, I think. But otherwise, I think it's a really nice figure. All right, and so 633 was our last one. Now, the next figure in the line actually is 634, obviously. But that one is a Barnes & Noble exclusive that is only available in the Barnes & Noble Lord of the Rings mystery box, which I have not purchased. And I don't even know, I think it's like 30 bucks, something like that, which I think it only has like a mystery mini and the pop. I don't know if it has anything else. It may have one other item, but I don't remember. It's just the same character. Yeah, if you want to find them all, you know, that's where you got to get that one, is out of the mystery box. And I have been to Barnes & Noble lately, and they had tons of those. So they're not very hard. Maybe they're going to discount them. So maybe if they go down to, you know, half price or whatever like that, get it for like 10, 15 bucks, then maybe I'll pick one up just to have the full set. But yeah, so if you want the full set, that's the one you need. But again, it's a Barnes & Noble exclusive. So I go straight to 635, and we have another exclusive, but this one is a Hot Topic exclusive, which was nice because all I had to do was buy the pop. I didn't have to buy a mystery box to get it. But this is Elrond, of course, who is like the king of the elves, and he's the one that organizes the meeting at the beginning of the Fellowship where they decide what to do with the ring. And he shows up sporadically throughout the Two Towers and Return of the King, of course. So yeah, and I love it. It's a great figure. It's a Hot Topic exclusive, so you can only get this one at Hot Topic. As you can see there, once again, it's not featured on the back of the box like most exclusives, of course. So there you go. But give you a close-up look of Elrond. All right. All right, so there we have it. That is the full set of the new series of Lord of the Rings Pops. I think they look great. Curious to see where they go from here, if they're going to have another series or two. There's obviously other characters that they could make, or they could just make various looks to them, you know, different versions of them, variants on, whatever you want to, you know, call them. But yeah, I think they look really nice. I'd like to see different takes on orcs and Orcai. I have one of the Orcai ones somewhere that they released on the last series. They've already released, of course, like Frodo, Sam, Merry and Pippin, Aragorn, Gandalf. I'm sure they have Gandalf the Grey and White, possibly Sauron or Saruman. Yeah, so they've had a lot of Lord of the Rings ones already. They've had Lord of the Rings Funko Mystery Minis as well, and I've got a few of those, and those look really cool. But yeah, I'm not sure how much more they're going to bring out of the series here. We'll have to just wait and see. They, of course, they've also had Gollum. And I'd like to see a Smeagol pop. That'd be kind of nice, you know, do that. You know, when they did the flashback at the beginning of the Return of the King, that was a nice feature. I don't remember the name of his brother that he, you know, kills at the beginning, so that would be another character. Or maybe do a 2-pack of those two, something like that. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a pop ride with the spider and Frodo. That'd be interesting. It'd be cool to see the giant elephants, or the eagles with Sam and Frodo on it. I mean, there's, like I said, there's lots of different ones they could do. Of course, Bilbo. Have they done Bilbo Baggins? I don't know if they've featured him yet. So yeah, there's lots of things they could do. Oh, hey, they could do Gandalf with his cart full of fireworks and whatnot. Why not? How about that too? So there you have it. Just wanted to share with you my latest Funko Pop haul. And I think they look great, and it's a welcome addition to the ever-growing collection here at the PCJ house. All right, guys, gals, thanks as always for joining me for these. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below in the comment section. You know, I always get back with you. Make sure if you haven't tuned in before, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well so you can check out all the other awesome content we got available on the channel, ever growing more and more, so much stuff, so many more videos I've got to put out still that you're going to hopefully enjoy. So tune in for that. So hope you'll tune in again. This is PCJ, the Pop Culture Junkie, and I'm signing out.